So today's question is, why are some employee benefit plans insured and others are self-funded? Well, that's the situation that we work with clients on a regular basis because it requires some strategy behind what makes sense for that given employer. Well, let's first of all talk a little bit about the difference between insured business and self-funded business. And so in the insured market, employers will go to the market and be able to look for prepackaged plans, and so they'll look and see, are these benefits that what we want to offer? What does the out-of-pocket look like for our employer group? Then they'd look at the network and see, is the network robust enough to meet our needs and our objectives? And then they see a price, and that the rates are provided on an annual basis, and the carrier will bill for the rates. And basically the employer, their only risk is, will they be able to fund the premiums each month to keep the coverage going for their employees. So that's a pretty simple, neat package. But then when you get it self-funded, there is no prepackaged plan. There is no, here's what we're going to cover and this is the network attached to it. You're making the decisions on what the benefits look like and what network you're going to choose and who's going to be the administrator and all those decisions. And then there are funding levels that have to be established, because instead of paying premiums where somebody else is taking on the risk, the employer group is directly taking the risk. So they're going to have to fund that risk in advance. And so there you have a proposition where there's some risk and reward there for employer groups that are large enough to be able to manage that risk and take on that responsibility of coming up with a benefit package and understanding what network to couple with that, and then what the funding should be, and to make sure they can continue to fund those claims, because the claims come in, it's not going to slow down to wait for the employer to be able to come up with the money. It has to be managed on the front end. So that right there makes you wonder, well, why would any plan be self-funded? But there's a lot of rewards to that, because you can manage your own risk, you can do some customized things that you couldn't ordinarily do with an off-the-shelf product. So part of it's having a trusted advisor like we are at Ross & Yerner to talk with employers and help them make those decisions on a strategic level, and then be able to navigate the day in and day out of risk management. So stay tuned for our next question coming up real soon.